If I can just ask you about, I know it's a long time ago, but just your first touchdown as a Saint was in Cleveland against the Browns. Just kind
Yeah.
of memories of that playing this franchise. It was your first game ever here back in '06.
Yeah, yeah. I remember the play, Marcus Colston. It was a little, kind of stop route outside. He made a nice catch and made the corner miss, and then dove into the end zone. Yeah, that goes way back. That was at a time where, man, there was so much uncertainty. And winning that first game of the season in '06, 19-14. I remember the score. Man, hard-fought game, back and forth, and to get that win did so much for our confidence, and really kind of paved the way for what a lot of what we were able to accomplish that season too.
It's kind of so surprising that the Browns have a 3-0 record in the Superdome since '99. I know you don't get to see them that often, but I know you probably remember that last game playing them.
Listen, I remember when we lost them in 14. I remember we lost them here in 10. So man, it's been tough games against these guys. So obviously, when you only play them once every 4 years, a lot of things change. It's new staff, a lot of new players, and that kind of thing. But listen, bottom line is they're extremely talented, really on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. But as I sit there and look at their defense, got a lot of really talented players. Obviously, Greg Williams has a good scheme. So we got our work cut out for us.
Speaking of Greg Williams, this will be the second time, I guess, since he's left. You faced him a couple of years ago when
Yep.
he was with the Rams, and
Mhm.
you all did a pretty good number back then. Just the kind of coordinator he is and what he can bring to a defense.
It's an aggressive style. He gets those guys playing hard. They're multiple, meaning they do a lot of things, and they do a lot of things well. They, looking at them from last year to this year, they kind of revamped their secondary. They draft, Denzel Ward, high pick, and go out and get some free agent guys as well that have really bolstered that secondary. Really good linebacker core, really good front seven. Obviously one of the most elite pass rushers in the league, in Myles Garrett. So, man, they're a formidable defense.
Do you? I knew you all won a Super Bowl here together, but a lot happened after that. Do you acknowledge him, talk to him still, or just kind of move on after a game like that? Just because of everything that happened here.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I haven't bumped into him at all, really on any occasion, since he left here in 2011.
You can't complain about, obviously, the passing production was excellent. Could you be concerned at all about the kind of imbalance, I guess, or do you think it's just that particular game, and is that a symptom of a game that didn't go as you guys quite wanted?
Say that one more time.
Any concerns at all about the balance of running past in that first game relative to last season where it was a back?
No, that's just kind of the way that game went, And listen, the next thing I'd say is, were we efficient, And I'd say we were, So there's going to be games where it's lopsided in one favor, in one way or the other. There's going to be games where we're probably running the ball more than passing it, and I'll ask the same question: are we efficient? And so if we are, if we're moving the ball, if we're scoring points, then I'd say obviously that was the right plan.
Drew, how impressed were you with Alvin Kamara's ability to kind of continue and maybe even pick up another notch from where he was in his first NFL season?
Yeah, listen, he just keeps taking steps forward, making strides. Obviously, he's proven he can be an every down back. He can do a lot of things. He's extremely versatile. I love his demeanor. I love his approach to the game. He's a guy who comes to practice ready to work. There's no air to him. I mean, he's just, plays with a lot of confidence, plays with a lot of swagger. But, I think he also knows, man, no when it's time to work, no when it's time to have fun, no when it's, he knows he's a young player. He knows he still has a lot to learn. And I think, being in this offense, being with a guy like Sean who, knows how to use a weapon like that. And, I like to think that I'm trying to impose some wisdom on him as well, But I think just with, with the team and with the offense, there's enough guys that are there to continue to help bring him along too. But he himself, I love everything about his approach and the way that he works and the way that he, handles it all.
What makes Myles Garrett such a good pass rusher?
He's super athletic, and he's really big and strong. Got great flexibility. He can bend the corner. He's got great power. So he's just, just got all the tools.
Do you have to match their intensity? I mean, they haven't won a game in over, since December of 16.
Yeah.
They got a little confidence last week.
Sure.
They were close.
Sure. They did a lot of good things on film last week, and that's the thing. You almost I mean, you hate the fact that they haven't had a win since, for a while, just because you look at their side of the ball and you're like, man, that's a really good defense. They did a lot of good things, and so forget their record, forget the last time they had a win. I think we look at it as, you try to as much as possible, man. Faceless opponent, we go out, we execute our stuff, whatever they throw at us, we got to have a plan for, we got to be ready for, do all the things that equate to winning football. Take care of the football, be efficient, run game, pass game. When you have a chance to make plays, you got to make them, and forget who you're playing. That's got to be our approach, no matter who we're playing.
Drew, back to Kamara, the things he can do, sometimes being so elusive after the catch in the open field.
Yeah.
Is that pretty rare, and does that in any way affect how you see the field? You see a dump off to him.
Yeah, I think
see how it's set up beyond that.
I think one of his rare traits is his balance. His ability to shed tacklers. Not just in the hole, in open space. Whatever it might be, and then obviously his burst, his explosiveness. It's like he's hugging the ground too. It's his ability to change direction and just to go from 0 to 60. He can do it really, really quickly. So all those things make him very unique.
Drew, how's your game day routine changed over the years? Is it still the same?
So I was saying.
What about on the field? It's just some things I've noticed. Are you the last one? Do you like to be the last one off the field, or is that?
No, I tweak. There's things I've tweaked slightly, once I get on the field and that kind of thing over the years. But no, once I get my work done, I leave the field.
Always have to leave the field with your helmet on?
Yeah, I do.